Welcome, I am Sakshi, your botany instructor with Mastering Up. Today we are gonna explore fascinating world of cell biology, focusing on cell structure, function, and dynamic processes that drive cellular life. Let's dive right in. So, the course introduction. This course offers an in-depth exploration of cell biology. We will cover the molecular mechanism that drives cellular function and understand how these processes influence plant growth, development, and physiology. As we go along, you will gain a deeper insight into the foundational principles that underlie botany, biotechnology, and molecular biology. So yeah, here is an overview of topics we will cover in this course. We will start by grasp foundational cell biology concept, uh, then preparing for advanced studies in botany, biotechnology, and molecular biology. Our primary focus is understanding the cellular contribution to plant biology and mastering the foundational concept in cell biology. So the each module is designed to build on the last, giving you the solid understanding of how cell function and how they impact plant development. Let's explore each module in detail. So the module one is about the introduction to cell biology. In this module, we will explore the history and scope of cell biology. We will discuss the cell theory and differentiate between the types of cell, which is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotes like bacteria are simpler and lack membrane-bound organelles, while eukaryotic cells found in plants and animals are more complex and they contain specialized organelles. Example, think of prokaryotic cell as basic building blocks, whereas eukaryotic cells are more sophisticated machinery with components working together. Now the module 2, it's about the module 2, cell structure and organelles. In this module we will dive into more about the structure of cells and their key organelles. We will look at plasma membrane, cytoskeleton, and the importance of organelles, plant organelles like chloroplast, vacuoles, and the cell wall in plant cell. Each organelle, as we know, plays a unique role in maintaining cell function and overall health. For example, we can say chloroplasts are like solar panels for the cell, capturing sunlight to power photosynthesis, while vacuoles help store water and nutrients, especially in plant cells. Move on to module 3. Module 3 is about cell membrane and transport mechanism. This module focus on plasma membrane and its structure, which controls what enters and leaves the cell. We will discuss the key process like diffusion, osmosis, signaling, as we know how transport mechanism working plant cell, membrane potential, and how cells maintain a balanced essential topics in this section. Imagine the plasma membrane as a gatekeeper allowing necessary materials in while keeping harmful substance out, and this ensures the cell remains healthy and functional. Now move on to module 4, which is about cell communication and signal transduction. So cells communicate with each other through signaling pathways. In this module, we will explore the types of signaling and how receptors on the cell receive messages and how the second messenger amplify these signals. This type of communication is crucial for the cell to adapt to its environment, just like how the phone receives the signal and carry out specific actions. Cells use signaling pathways to respond changes in the environment. Move on to the next slide, which is energy production and metabolism. Energy, as we know, is essential for cellular functions. So in this module, we tried to examine how plant cells produce energy through process like photosynthesis and cellular respiration. And we will also look ATP production, which is energy currency of a cell, as we know. Think of, like, you can think of ATP as fuel that powers a car, allowing the cell to carry out its various functions. Next slide is about the cell cycle and cell division. Understanding the cell cycle, which is critical to understanding cell growth and reproduction in cells. So in this module, we will be covering different phases of cell cycle: mitosis, apoptosis, which is programmed cell death, and cell senescence. This process is essentially important in plants as they grow and adapt. Move on to next slide, which is genetic material and gene expression. This module focus on DNA structure, replication, and gene expression. We will also cover how protein are synthesized and how cells use genetic information perform their functions. Understanding these processes is vital for studying plants and growth and adaptations. Because imagine DNA, I mean, you can imagine DNA as a blueprint for the cell, providing instruction for how to build and maintain organism. So you can get an idea of how and why genetic material is important and how important role is it playing. So the module 8 is about cell differentiation and development in plants. Here we will explore how cell differentiate into specialized types, allowing plants to form tissues and organs and so on. So this process is crucial for understanding the plant growth and development. Example, just how different parts of a factory are specialized for a specific task. Plant cells differentiate to perform unique function with the plant. Move on to module 9, which is specialized plant cell and adaptations. In this module, we will focus on specialized plant cell like guard cell, phloem, xylem, and how these cells adapt to environment stress like drought or salinity. Understanding these adaptation is also crucial for studying plant resilience. Example, guard cell act like security gates, regulate gas exchange in plants to ensure that they don't lose much water during dry conditions. Move on to module 10, which is experimental technique in cell biology. So finally, we will look at the experimental techniques used to study cells, including microscopy, genetic tools, and plant and tissue culture. These tools allow researchers to manipulate and study cells in depth and providing insight to plant biology and biotechnology. So yeah, the techniques like microscopy help us zoom in on the tiniest part of the cell, while genetic tools also allow us to manipulate DNA to explore its function. Thank you for joining me for this overview of foundation of cell biology. I hope this lecture has helped you to understand core concept that will form basis of your study in botany, biotechnology and plant biology. Feel free to contact me with any question at the provided email. See you next time.